Yo, man, what's up, brothers? I don't want to make this video long. I want to make it as quick as possible, but I want to talk about the previous video I made about that Cinderella movie. It seemed like I'm starting to low-key see that Hollywood it's like they're trying to keep Ebony Man from being paired up with women or higher caliber women. Now, again, a brother let me know about this. There are a new reboot Cinderella movie. This time, Cinderella is like a Hispanic chick. Last time they did a reboot, it was Brandy, aka Moesha. You know, she played on a TV show Moesha. But you notice this as well that when it comes to Ebony folk, especially Ebony Man, people always complain about race swapping, identity politics, but when it's the other way around, when there's other ethnic groups, all of a sudden nobody has that same smoke. No one's saying that this is just race identity politics or race swapping. They got a Hispanic Cinderella. Cinderella's supposed to be blonde, right? They got a Supergirl, a Hispanic Supergirl, gonna have a TV show, I believe on the CW channel. But everybody's getting the black Superman smoke. We had an Asian Superman on Dean Cain. And technically, the current Superman Lois TV show, he ain't even white. The guy playing Clark Kent and Superman, he's not even white. Tyler Hoechlin. They do got some Native American in him. So technically, we got a Native American Superman. No smoke. But it seems like Hollywood, it's like they trying to distance women from Ebony Men. Because I mentioned on one of my videos about how they got Nick Nicholson, aka the black dude off Nancy Drew TV show on the CW. They had him paired up with Nancy Drew. They broke up, and then now they got him paired up with the Asian girl. She's a little bit on the headstrong side. And they had an episode when they had this brother kiss on a gay dude. So the gay dude took a picture of that to show his dad. It's some kind of way of finally coming out to the point where he can't just ignore it. And Nick Nicholson was like, look, I'm going to have to explain this to my dad. They just had to give him a gay moment, even though he's a heterosexual character. Down train, ignore that. But you see what I'm saying, right? The disrespect that Hollywood does on heterosexual black men. It's like they got a problem with heterosexual black men, issues with heterosexual black men. They got this black dude on Cinderella as the godmother, fairy godmother. Why he had to be black dude? Why couldn't he be anybody else? Promoting emasculation. And what I'm low-key starting to notice that nobody talks about is that when it comes to like interracial images between black men and other women, I noticed that it's with Hispanic women, black men with Hispanic women. Nobody really buzz out like that compared to if he was with a Anglo-Saxon Caucasian female. They tried going with the Asian Denzel Washington. That didn't really get no camaraderie. It ain't really get a wave. It didn't really get a wave like that. So in these interracial movies, you see a lot of black men with Hispanic women as like the safe route. And they used to be bad as well. A lot of Ebony men in Hollywood used to be getting with bad Hispanic women in these pairings in Hollywood. Will Smith on Hitch. Four Brothers. They had Tyrese Gibson get with an attractive Hispanic female. And it was something else that I was going to mention. I probably forgot, but they had Raven from the 100 series on the CW. They had her pair up with this light-skinned brother called Shao. It took them around the last few episodes for them to finally get paired up. And then on the next season, on the first episode of the next season, they killed him off. They killed that, and rumor has it that the brother who played Shao, he wanted to move to another TV show. He went and did another project, but they didn't have to kill him off. They could have just replaced the actor. I don't know why Hollywood don't want to replace people. They could easily replace people instead of writing them off or killing them off. And I noticed on that TV show, all the heterosexual brothers killed off. Isaiah Washington's characters on Jaha and his son Wells, Lincoln, Pike, all the other brothers on there got killed off. They got this masculine BW on there. She survived. And then they got one brother on there, and he an F-back character. Yeah, they used to pair brothers up with bad Hispanic women. But nowadays, I'm starting to notice a shift that Hollywood will pair ebony men with basic-looking Hispanic women. And I almost forgot, even back in the 2000s, it was still pretty decent because if you're a millennial, a Gen Y, or even if you're a Gen Z, like a young Gen Z, and you still into watching cartoons and sitcoms, do y'all remember that TV show on Ned Declassified on Nickelodeon called Ned Declassified School Survivor Guide? They had Ned, Mose, and they had Cookie, the black guy was named Cookie. He was the nerdy black guy on there. Yo, they had paired him up with the baddest chick on the show. A little Hispanic chick. She had glasses on, looked nerdy, but she got eyes fixed. She had them glasses out, and she just started looking bad, man. She looking beautiful. They had Ned chasing after the Hispanic chick as well. Another one named Susan. She was bad, but I think the girl that the writers had Cookie paired up with, she was the baddest female on the show, hands down. So even Nickelodeon, to a degree, they always done right by ebony males. What came to that department? Now, I remember something, but I forgot. What was it? I noticed in Nickelodeon, it started to fall apart back in like the 2010s, the early 2010s. Because there was this TV show called The Super Ninjas on Nickelodeon. They had Brother Carlos Knight, and then they had Ryan Parker on there. And I think her name was Chloe Grace. I think that was her name. White girl, blonde hair, white girl, fine. I ain't gonna lie, but in the TV show, they had the eight. Excuse me, hold up. If you guys don't remember Ryan Parker, he's the guy that's playing Beast Boy off that live action Teen Titans show. I recognized him from Super Ninjas, so when I heard he got cast, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I know, what I remember for the TV show is that they always had the Asian guy kind of paired up with the blonde-headed white girl, right? It was like a complicated relationship, meaning they were friends, but at the same time, it was like there's something there. So it was kind of complicated. That type of pairing. But when it comes to the black guy, he was just like a comic relief. It was basically like Rush Hour for teenagers. That was really what the show was. But ninja teenagers instead of being. Ryan Parker's character was like Jackie Chan, and Carlos Knight's character was basically Chris Tucker. But with less swag. Because he was the comic relief, goofy goofball type of character. I remember he tried to go after this girl all the time. One of the blonde haired white girl's friends, but she would always curve Carlos Knight's character. So he would always get curved, while the Asian guy character, he kind of progressed in his relationship with the blonde girl. And the show ended on the cliffhanger. It got canceled and ended on a cliffhanger. It was one of those TV shows that got canceled for no reason at all. Just like The Troops from Nickelodeon. I think it got canceled. It was a solid show. It was better than Level Up. Because at that time, they were showing live action sitcoms / TV shows on Cartoon Network. And just in case you guys don't know, the brother that's playing A-Train from The Boys, he was on Cartoon Network on Level Up. He was on that live action TV show. That's why I recognized him. I knew I recognized that brother somewhere. Yes, he was on Cartoon Network. Including that brother who voiced act for Miles Morales on that Miles Morales movie. He was on Cartoon Network. But back to what I was saying about these different images. It started to fall off around 2010 and up. That's when the images started to fall off. How they would pair black men and Hispanic women. Now the Hispanic women that they'll pair these brothers up will be basic average. You might get lucky to see an attractive one, a marginally attractive one. Here and there. I see some of these Netflix movies, they got interracial images of black men and with some Hispanic women, but you know they look basic. I seen a movie where Chris Rock, he's in that movie. His son, the character that's playing his son, he's in an interracial relationship with, I think, like a Jewish female or something. And then she looks plain. She's not like a model. She's not even an 8 or a 7 to me. And I noticed this. I started to notice this rapidly when I seen this commercial. You know the same woman who does that little those Allstate commercials. She was in it. She had it's basically about this teenage girl glossing over this brother, right? She said, and then the other girl was saying, "Why don't you go talk to him?" And then she was like, "Oh, he probably wouldn't even notice me." And then the guy looked at the girl, and then he looked like he was interested in the girl. And the girl was just basic looking. She was just a plain. I mean, y'all see how they be doing, brothers? In these Hollywood images? They do Zaddy up real good. They make sure Zaddy, they put an image with him with an attractive female. They make sure of that. Even with a non-Anglo-Saxon female, they make sure. I'm starting to see them in commercials with Asian females and Asian females as well. They'll pair them up with Asian and black. They'll pair some of them up with Latinos, but for the most part, I remember there was a movie where Ferrero America, whatever her name is. I know it's America. Her first name is America. That's crazy. I hope that's not her real name. That paired her up with a brother in one movie. She ain't even all that. She's basic. She a basic looking shit, bro. I'm just trying to get you guys to notice this. I hope you guys peep this and let me know what you guys think. And I'm out. This video been done long enough.